Hello there, wrestling fans. This is John Bullard with a virtual studio episode of Pro Wrestling Tonight, and with me is the one and only, the Gold Rush, Solomon Stone. Solomon, thank you for coming on to the show today and talking with us, and also introducing yourself to the fans at home that are on Alco TV, and including all of our other networks that we're broadcasting Pro Wrestling Tonight on. So get right to the whole story of it all. How did you start your career in professional wrestling?
Well, I started my journey when I first started. I want to say it was maybe 2011-ish, around then, and I was just moving to Iowa to spend time with my father, and I was at this local restaurant, and there was a flyer on the wall for a pro wrestling show. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta check this out. So I did a little stalking and found them somehow on Facebook. And it was different back then, Facebook. So I couldn't directly message like the company. They didn't have a page or something like that. So I did a little research and found somebody that actually wrestled for them, messaged them. I was like, hey, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Where can I train? He gave me the info and started there. Now there was very brief. I just learned the basic bumps and running the ropes and stuff like that. And then the trainer, I guess you could say, was just kind of got a little busy. He was working all over the place. So I kind of took a break from that. Of course, they had me do like a few battle royals and stuff like that, which was fun, but then I want to say a year or two later, I packed all my stuff, sold everything I had, and flew down to Florida with just 2 suitcases and a backpack. And I ran into one of my buddies that I knew up in Iowa, who was a ref up there. Ran into him down in Florida at an NXT house show. And I was like, dude, what are you doing here? And he's like, what are you doing here? And it was kind of funny. We got to talking, and I was like, yeah, I'm trying to find a school down here because one of the people that was supposed to train me kind of fell through and blah, blah, blah. And he linked me up with this academy down there. They originally were part of, like, I guess the Malenko family and like Frank Reyes and stuff like that. And they kind of broke off into 2 separate things, found the trainer, started training, and the rest is history. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What was
a long process for sure.
Oh yeah. You definitely went on a journey to become, a professional wrestler. So with the, what was the school in Florida that you got trained at?
It's run by, a guy named Tony. His name is God, why can't I think of his name now? But his name's Tony. He runs a school called DWI Wrestling Academy, and that's really it. I know right now they're still kind of doing it, but kind of with the whole COVID stuff, it's been kind of
slows things down.
Situation, yeah, big time. So, but I know they're still doing stuff. I think they're doing a local Toys for Tots show down in December, which I might make for that. I might fly down there for that. Kind of reunite with some of the guys, and do the show down there. So
now you come from a very interesting background. Your father is a owner of a casino.
He is. Multiple casinos, but the one that matters is the Palace of Prosperity Casino, in which I inherit myself as well. So I run things there and make lots and lots of money. So
interesting.
It's a great casino. We do a lot of stuff, maybe illegal, maybe not, but either way, money's coming in my pockets, and you should come down and spend some of your money. You make me richer. So I don't know if that's possible because I got enough money, but still, you can always.
Now, while being a son of a casino owner and also being in the business yourself with casinos, going into that world and then transitioning from that to professional wrestling, did it ever really affect business for you anyway? Like, I know, like with a lot of casino owners, you have to have board meetings and things like that. But
I have assistants, all kinds of help and people that cater to me. I get business done at the casino and also make time for wrestling and stuff. But mostly I have, all my yes men and people that do all the business side for me. That way I can train.
Makes the world a lot easier for you.
Oh, yeah. Very easy.
I see. So going from the state of Florida, where do you go from there?
What do you mean? Where do I go from Florida?
From your wrestling career. You went from Iowa then to Florida.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So basically, I mean, really, realistically, my career started in Florida. That's where I claim that I'm coming out of. So basically, I worked all over Florida, multiple promotions, but then I moved back up north where I'm originally from in Michigan. And now I currently reside here, and I'm wrestling all over Michigan, in Indiana currently. And I'm currently seeking ventures out of state. So
what are some of the current promotions that you wrestle for that fans could actually see you at?
Yeah, so right now, Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, of course. Also EHF based out of Indiana. There's another one, GLWA, which is actually located in Coloma, Michigan. There's a few. What else? EHF. I mean, there's so many to count from, man. Let's see. It just started another promotion called Heartland Championship Wrestling. That's another one based in Indiana. They're kind of all in little towns surrounding each other in Indiana. There's just so many promotions in Indiana.
Yeah, yes, there is.
A lot. There's also another one that I debut for next Sunday, and that's called Honored Pro Wrestling, and that's also, I believe, in Elkhart, Indiana as well. I mean, that's just to name a few. I mean, I have so many places I'm working now. So
now let's talk about Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. You and your tag team partner, Mr. Made for TV, Tolly Bertarelli. Was very successful in your debut against the Thieves of Greatness. Now, I had an interesting email sent to me from one Mr. Melvin Brooks, who is a wrestler, pro wrestling insider, as we would like to call him. He actually gave me a little tidbit of information that was quite fascinating. That back in college, when you played football, you was actually playing against Tolly Bertarelli on his team while he was competing against your team in college.
Yes, that is a very how did he find out this information?
Melvin always finds the strangest little tidbits of information that
Meltzer?
just
Was it another Meltzer Jr.?
Maybe.
Yes, that was a while back. Yes. Very interesting fact. It was good. That's how I met Mr. Made for TV, and we instantly clicked. So now here we are. So we are dominating the tag team division in Chicagoland Championship Wrestling.
We'll definitely take a little look at that match as well coming up on Pro Wrestling Tonight. Show to our fans. The fans weren't at home and they were there at the arena. They seen an amazing match, and you guys versus the Thieves of Greatness was definitely a war. But that heart attack that you guys do for a finisher is brutal.
Heart attack. That might be a stroke attack. Yeah, that was bad. Man, I don't know how Theo Storm made it out of that alive, because that was a brutal heart attack. And of course, homage to the great Heart Foundation. So yeah, we put it to them and laid them out. So how did I know I've talked to Johnny and I about this. I also had Tolly Bertarelli on our show. Now I have you on the show. How did the whole Sin City Playboys got together? How was this formed? We know about you and Tolly's now friendship starting out in college football, but how did you get connected with Johnny and I? Well, you see, you have Mr. Made for TV, which that itself, movie star. Okay, then you have myself. Come on, I'm the handsome high roller, man made of money. So we needed a rock star. Okay, so we went out and scouted. We looked, searched hard, and we found Johnny Nye. Natural rock star. I mean, he's got it all. The ladies want him too, and all the money. And I mean, it speaks for itself. You know, it's a done deal with that. So we paid. You know, join us. Let's dominate the world of professional wrestling, just like we do in the real world. Now, if I'm correct, the way that you actually encountered Johnny at first, he was actually performing at your father's casino in concert. Yes. Where'd you get that information from, huh? Well, Johnny actually told me this. So he said that during this party,
you hired a group of little people to bring in a giant throne chair, and they carried him across the casino to entertain the guests while he was getting ready for the show.
That is absolutely correct, John. And, when you have money, you could do anything. I mean, the most absurd things. And that's exactly what we did. That is how we met him. And again, it's a natural love story of people made of money. So, and then that's how we met. And here we are.
Of course, let's not forget, you guys have the very well-known agent of the stars, Mr. Bo Anderson.
Yes. When you have high-powered money-making machines over here, you need a very smart, professional manager. So, of course, we found our man there.
Yeah, I mean, I have to give him credit as much as I don't really care for Bo Anderson for how he has pulled some shenanigans. He's definitely has taken care of all of his talent and people who work for him. So, got to give the devil its due. He's very successful at what he does.
Very, very. I mean, that's why he's with us. The best of the best, all in one.
So going into Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, you guys have a successful night on the October show. Now, what is in store for the fans of Chicagoland Championship Wrestling? What does the Sin City Playboys have in store for the fans?
Well, of course, we're here at Chicagoland Championship Wrestling to grace everyone, including the fans, with our presence. But we're here to make a statement, not only dominate everything in the world, my casinos, the rock star, the movie star, but we're here to dominate Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, and we're going to take the tag team championship gold, the singles gold. We're gonna claim all the gold in Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, and we're going to be a force that cannot be stopped. That is our goal.
What titles do you have your eyes on?
Well, since me and Mr. Made for TV are currently in a tag team, we have eyes on the tag team championship gold. But after that, I mean, look at me. I'm made for the Chicagoland Championship heavyweight title. So that's where I'm going after that too.
Wow, so you're actually making a call out to the heavyweight champion Shogun Chris Logan.
Calling out tag teams, the women division, if we have that, everybody, even the cruiserweights. I will take everybody on and claim all the gold, but especially the tag team and the heavyweight championship gold, because I'm the Gold Rush, Solomon Stone. Only makes sense.
Very true. Now, with your eyes set on gold and on the different opponents that you're looking to have your matches with, you have wrestled all over the Midwest. You've been wrestling, of course, in Florida. What else states are in your plan for 2021 coming up once COVID has been lifted with the restrictions?
Well, hopefully this all ends pretty quick here because, it's putting a little damper on everything for not myself, but everybody. But once, this kind of dies down, I'd love to go to New York, Texas, Colorado, California, of course. I will be venturing back down to Florida. So those are really the main kind of the east and west, down south, couple in between. So, but eventually, after I'm done dominating those areas, I'm going to go out to the UK, anywhere I can go, Canada even. So that's what's in the future for the Gold Rush Solomon Stone.
Of course, with the fans at home watching, we have actually started a partnership with Powered4.tv, a great wrestling company out there in the United Kingdom. So pretty soon the fans there at UK watching this show as well will probably see this gentleman I'm speaking with on a strong basis, it looks like. Yes. And we'll say this, as much as sometimes I know you are a rule breaker, you are a very talented professional wrestler and someone that every company should take a look into because you are top-notch talent.
Take a look, guys, because I am the handsome high roller, and I belong on any roster out in the in the US, the UK, Germany, you name it. You sign me, you're going to make money because I am money.
Now, let's talk about a little bit back when you first started in the wrestling business. Was you a fan of wrestling growing up?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I grew up, that's one thing. I mean, you know, everyone's going to tell that story. How I grew up watching wrestling. Well, I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, if you're a wrestler, you're a fan. The real one. And I mean, that's something I grew up on. I started probably watching when I was about 5. And, you know, a lot of the guys out there are going to say, oh, like the first person I saw was like Hulk Hogan and The Rock and these guys. But really, the first person I saw on TV, and it was I was a little old. I want to say maybe 7 or 8. And I was clicking through the channels at my grandma's house, and I saw WCW Saturday Night, and I see William Regal just out wrestling whoever his opponent was. And after that, I was hooked. Like, wow. And then I just kept watching. Went to the video stores, of course, rented every single tape you could possibly think of. And the rest is history, man. I just was a fan ever since.
So Regal was one of your first big inspirations in professional wrestling.
Yeah, he's the one that really caught my eye. Like that was the first person that I actually saw on the TV wrestling. Like I'm pretty sure I've seen like Hulk Hogan back in the day, but that's really what drew me, the TV show right there and him on it. I was hooked afterwards. But you know, getting older and watching it, you know, of course the Hulkster was my guy, and then growing up older, The Rock, Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero was a huge one for me. You know, all those technical wrestlers and the superstars, the charismatic guys, those are all my guys. So
they're the ones who are ultra flashy and kind of grabs everyone's attention because, you know, it's just wow, like that was really amazing to see that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. So advice you would give to a young person wanting to become a professional wrestler?
There's a lot of advice. I mean, especially for these young guys coming up and wanting to start off. I mean, first you want to do your research on the schools, because there are a bazillion schools out there that will promise this and that and not even properly train you. So find a good school, do your research, but stick with it, train, you know, literally put your entire life into it. If it's going to suck, it's going to be hard, but you just keep going, and you're going to end up like a superstar. So, but train hard, just, you know, be respectful. You know, respect those that came before you, all the veterans, and listen, you know, that's really it. Just work hard and you can achieve your dreams just like I have.
Absolutely. So with that being said, we have the upcoming event on April 17th here in Michigan City, Indiana. Of course, yourself will be teaming up with Tully Bertarelli and also with Rockstar Johnny Nine, a 6-man tag. Very soon, your opponents will be revealed to you guys. I know you work very well as a team, so this gives you a chance to showcase what the Playboys can do. Of course, looking at all of the talent that is on that roster, do you have anyone in particular that you're wanting to wrestle, or someone that you have been wanting to have a match to prove just how valuable you are to the company?
Well, there's a lot of talented superstars on the roster of Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, including myself. You know, that's a tough one, but you know, I see a couple guys on there. One of the ones that really stands out to me is former Impact Wrestling star Marshe Rockett. You know, I've had a chance to kind of step in the ring with him for a little bit there, not too long ago, and I want another piece of Marshe Rockett. So he's one. Garrison Creed's another one. The dude's an animal. All right. And I mean, again, there's just so many people on there that I would love to, but those two stand out to me, you know, as being the top.
Good choices.
But you know what? You send anybody my way, and I'm gonna work anybody. I'm gonna outclass anybody because I'm the handsome high roller. All right.
You kind of remind a lot of wrestling fans, and this is something that's been said about you on Facebook and online, that you're a modern day Gino Hernandez.
That I am. I am. Gino Hernandez was one of the greatest of all time, very underrated and gone way too soon.
Agreed.
But here I am, reincarnation of Gino Hernandez. Gino Hernandez was the man of the hour. I'm the man of the year. You are all going to find that out real soon.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, some strong words from Solomon Stone. And Solomon, I want to say thank you for so kindly taking your time to be with us at the virtual studio.
Ooh.
Of course, pretty soon, once COVID lifts, we'll have you in the studio personally. With that being said, oh, go ahead.
I was like, you took time out of my massage, so feel very special and privileged that I am on this show, because I got a few kinks in my back and got a massage table with a little hottie waiting for me. So if you got something else, let me know. Otherwise, I gotta get back, if you know what I mean.
Well, we do have this one more segment, and then we'll have you go back to doing your Solomon Stone business. This is our game of questionnaire, which we ask 5 questions from our fans who sent this in via email. Very first one is from our friend Rusty. He wrote, if you had your choice of cars in your collection, what vehicle is your go-to drive-in vehicle when it comes to having a road trip?
Ooh, you got to drive in style and class and drive fast. So I'm going to pick my Lamborghini. Of course, it's green, just like money. Nice and shiny, fast. So, all eyes are on me when I'm driving. I don't care if they're driving a minivan next to me, a big old truck. It doesn't matter, because when I'm driving by, everyone's checking out the Gold Rush. But that
explains the green Lamborghini at the show then. I knew that would be your car.
Got the suicide doors. Whew.
That is pretty posh. People at home haven't seen this car. His car is quite amazing. So a Lamborghini for your road trip. Okay, so the second question is from Molly. Molly writes, why do you have to cheat all the time if you're that good of a professional wrestler? Now remember, I did not ask these questions. These are just from the fans.
Cheat. Listen, I've never cheated a day in my life. Not even in my spelling test, my history test in school. Listen, I am a 2-time spelling bee champion. For those of you that want to do your little research, online, look that up, because 4th and 5th grade spelling bee champion right here. Not to mention Dare Award winning this guy here. So yeah, I don't do drugs, don't smoke, none of that. So in case you guys didn't know that information, that's your freebie right there. Okay, so I didn't cheat on any of that stuff, and I don't cheat on anything now. So you can take your little cheating talk and get on out of here with that, because I don't cheat.
Okay,
I just win.
Okay.
I'm offended by that.
I had nothing to do with this, Solomon. I swear this is from fans writing these emails in. From our friend Melvin Brooks, he writes, since you and Tully were now collided into the world of football against each other, why is it that you try to take out his knee during that game?
Listen, a piece of the turf was actually sticking up in the field. My cleats actually somehow hung on the turf, and I tripped, fell, ran into his knee. But it's fine. Like, you're paying way too much attention to the little details. It was accidental, okay? And he knows that. I know it. We're fine. That was years ago, all right? His knee is just fine.
Turf.
Yes. Turf, yeah.
Yeah.
Sticky cleats.
Interesting.
Yeah, I almost sued the company that made the cleats. So, not going to name Nike.
Thought that definitely would be something that ESPN would have got. Anyway, so the other question comes in from our good friend Darren. Darren writes, Solomon Stone, you have some of the most fantastic suits that you buy? As who do you go to for your amazing suits?
It's all custom design. I can't give out that information because I can't have anyone out there trying to walk around looking like that handsome high roll. It's all secret information. All people that are under my payroll. That again, it's all custom made, so you can't duplicate what I have. And I'm not telling my secrets to anybody.
There you go.
So go to Men's Warehouse and buy your $100 crappy suit and worry about yourself. Okay.
All right. Well, there you have it, fans. From Solomon Stone, find your suit somewhere else. So, okay. Well, Mr. Stone, thank you so kindly for taking your very precious time to be on our show. I know you're a very busy man with your casino business and professional wrestling on top of that. So, thank you again. We'll show a highlight clip from the show from October that we had for Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. This is John Bullard with Solomon Stone signing off.
Have a good one.
Let's go.